Good afternoon and welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park. Are y'all ready to see some roller derby? Yeah. Y'all are in for a big treat because we have a great game between Storm City and your Rose City Wreckers. All right, real quick, show of hands. Raise your hand if you've never seen a roller derby game before. Okay, we got a good group of people. Raise your hand if you have. Okay, look around. You can see people that have played. They can give you some help. We also have the Purple Rain with the purple pom-poms. They are there to answer your questions also. So dig in. It's going to be a great game. I have a couple of initial announcements, and then we'll get to the good stuff. First of all, please do not step over these black foam barriers. You could have a collision with a skater or an official, and trust me, you will not win that collision. So please, stay on the outside. We have our fine merch people over here selling merch, and we have concessions back there for all of your food and beverage needs. Please keep the aisleways open and only cross through between jams as a courtesy to your fellow spectators. So, with some of that out of the way, we want to announce some special groups that are here to watch today's game. Let's welcome the Wreckers cheering section hosted by Shell. Where are y'all at? All right, let's welcome the group from Soaring Independence. Where are they at? See them over there? And let's welcome to the Aquarius cheering section from Columbia Rose. And let's not forget, all the way from Philly, welcome Linda. Came all the way out from Philadelphia to watch this game. All right, now, we're going to introduce the most important team of all. Give it up for our officials today. Our head referee is Il Presidente, and our head non-skating official is Andy Oakley. We could not do it without you. So without further ado, McCray-Cray, why don't you bring out Storm City?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing tonight? Coming out on the track from across the river, Storm City Roller Girls. First up, 12-ounce Micro Bruiser. Number 213, Zunatic. Number 23, Kiki Longstockings. Number 28, Dirty and Rotten. Number 314, Cream Pie. Number 343, Trinity C. Number 427, Machete Machad. Number 428, When it is not light, there is darkness. Number 62, Trouble Axle. Number 710, Lucky Punk. Number 760, Like a Vegan. Number 77, Johnny Crash. Number 86, Sunny Demolition. Number 911, Gizmo Munchies. Try to stay on your feet after a few. Number 96, Tequila. Ladies and gentlemen, Storm City Roller Girls.
Are you ready for your Rose City Wreckers? We start out with number 1010, Slow Loris. Number 125, Pounds Tooth. Number 142, Flourish and Blocks. Number 1975, Fleetwood Smack. Number 20, Shell, put a welt on. Number 214, Aquarius. Number 2997, Jump Cut. The captain wearing number 330, Civil Disobedience. Number 444, Force Majeure. Number 5, Jen Atomic. Number 540, Rose Malling. Number 75, Sci-Fi Curious. Number 76, Halitosis. Number 908, Jody Bon Jody. And number 999, Lady Macbeth. Tonight, the Wreckers are coached by Lethal and Sprout. Give it up for your Rose City Wreckers!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this bout underway.
All right, here we go. Let's get this game. You got all quiet all of a sudden. Where's the noise? We're starting this game up. That's what I'm talking about. Starting off the jam for Rose City is Halitosis.
Coming up for Storm City, Like a Vegan.
All right, we have the 5-second call and we're off. Halitosis working on that front wall of Storm City. And we already have our first power jam for the Rose City Wreckers as Like a Vegan is going to the penalty box. Now you're going to see some strategy as Hallie is the only jammer on the track. Beautiful inside sweep by the Wreckers. And that's 5 big points to get things started for the Wreckers.
No. You want to get these earlier because they have more and it's hard to get everything in on one game.
All right, now both jammers back on the track. The jammers are the ones with the stars on their helmets. They are the only skaters that can collect points. Everyone else is a blocker, and they collect points by passing the hips of the opposing team members. So Hallie is collecting points right now, and the lead jammer has the ability to call it off just like that. So Halitosis with a good first jam for Rose City. That's a 14-0 jam to get started. So Rose City's off to a great start, Craig.
Very much so. I have a feeling we're going to see a turn of the tables right here with Machete Mashad.
Well, jamming for Rose City is Force Majeure, which in legal speak means force of nature. She is a lawyer, so she knows all that legal terminology. Force pushing that front wall.
Machete Mashad looking to get through and going to the ground. Getting right back up, taking hits left and right.
Fleetwood Smack getting a penalty, but Force Majeure is lead jammer. 1 blocker each in the penalty box. And Force Majeure decides to call this one off. It's going to be a 0-0 jam. So you'll see skaters that have the stripe on their helmet. That is called the pivot. And that is the only skater that a jammer could pass the star to. So you'll see some strategy in play there. Lots of skaters in the box, Cray. It's going to make it interesting.
Yeah, Rose City down 1 blocker, Storm City down 2. We'll see how Trouble Axel does up against this.
Sci-Fi Curious gets lead jammer pushing through that Storm City wall.
That puts Rose City up. The first 3 jams have taken lead jammer.
Oh, the call-off is in time. No points for Storm City there. Penalty box still full. 2 for Storm, 1 for Rose City. So kind of a skeleton crew out on the track right now. No one for Storm is on the track. Oh, there are 3 blockers. Oh, it's terrible being the only blocker out there. Kiki Longstocking having to do all the defense on her own.
Doing a great job, though, giving Lucky Punk just enough of a chance to get out there, but not quite enough to take lead jammer.
Go ahead. Bridgeport Brewing, check your Bridgeport beer cups, ladies and gentlemen. 3 lucky winners will be drinking a Bridgeport on us tonight. Check the bar for details.
Right up in it. I thought it, maybe, yeah.
All right. Coming into Jam 5 here. Aquarius is jamming. Up against Like a Vegan. Oh, but Aquarius not able to get through without cutting the track. It's going to be the first power jam for Storm City.
Like a Vegan, skating hard, looking to take full advantage of her first power jam, trying to put some points up onto the board for Storm City to try to get caught up and close that gap. Almost makes a really nice dance around the pack there, just barely gets pushed outside.
Storm City off on a penalty. I think that's Zunatic. Storm City collecting their first points of the game here in Jam 5. And the call-off is there, but the Rose City jammer was out of the box, so not a power start. 5 points for Storm City.
OHSU Sports Medicine. OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
All right, it looks like Machete Michaud against Force Majeure. Both teams electing for a pivot line start this jam.
Machete Michaud knocked to the inside, right there at the back of the pack. Force Majeure to the penalty box for a track cut.
Oh, so Machete is your lead jammer. 2 lead jams in a row now for Storm City.
Machete Michaud analyzing that pack, looking to make it through.
The Wreckers doing a good job of reforming there. Jody Bon Jody escorting Machete off the track. Storm playing a little bit of offense on JBJ there, but JBJ able to get back in. Oh, but Machete cuts through the pack and collects 5 big points. Force Majeure gets through on the initial pass, so we're going to see what Storm City decides to do.
And Machete Michaud with an apex jump, calling off the jam on the land.
Catching all 5 points in the process. So check that out. That's a lead change. Storm City 15, Rose City 14.
Tonkin.com, the largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest, is only a click away at Tonkin.com.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. This is a 1-point game, y'all. You should be cheering for your favorite team as it is Sci-Fi Curious getting out lead jammer.
Trouble actually really having to struggle there in the back of the pack. Finally breaks through, finds out one little opening, and she's off.
And electing for the call-off was Sci-Fi Curious, getting 4 points and taking the lead back for Rose City.
Rose City's newest supporter is Bud Light. Grab one at the bar.
Up next, we have Halitosis and Like a Vegan. They were our starting jammers in this game. No.
Lucky Punk.
Sorry, that's Lucky Punk. Much better. One number off there. Halitosis pushing the storm wall, but they are not able to
Lucky Punk getting pushed by Rose City's defense through the pack.
Halitosis right behind Lucky Punk. We'll see what strategy happens here. Yeah, Skate Dog was asking for the call off and got it, so it's a 0-0 jam. Rose City hangs on to their lead.
WSL Leadership Coaching. Help you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
Because who doesn't want to be more awesome, right, Cray?
I like to be more awesome. I think awesome's pretty good.
Phoebe's doing an awesome job on our sponsor reads today. Thanks, Phoebe.
Oh, thank you.
All right, 21 minutes left in the first half. It's all about Aquarius.
Storm City team captain Trinity to the penalty box.
I believe it was a back block was the call, so Aquarius is able to get out and get lead. We're going to see and doesn't need any offense at all. What the footwork on the outside. Aquarius asking for help this time from the team. Doesn't really, just barely pushed out of bounds. But there will be a penalty as a result to Cream Pie.
Rather sneaky inbound approach there. Come in nice and slow and just blaze right from the line, walking right past Storm City's defense.
Trinity with a quick move around the outside to break through. Call off not in time. 2 points for Storm City to 3 for Rose. But that's a 17-2 jam for your Rose City Wreckers.
Voodoo Donut, the magic is in the hole. A proud sponsor of Rose City Rollers and the Wheels of Justice.
All right, and a timeout by Storm City after that 17-2 jam by Aquarius. And we're going to have a music minute. That's official timeout, it's not team timeout. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. All right, as this team timeout comes to an end, outside of that last jam is a very, very close game. So we're going to see after a timeout, usually the team gets a chance to refocus, Cray, and get things sorted out.
And sometimes you just need that extra second to really kind of eyeball the team and see what players you're going to put up against what players and who could do the most damage, I guess you could say, in what positions.
You know, and Storm City's floor is very different from Rose City's. So some skaters may have never skated here before, and they're taking time to
like a vegan breaks through the pack, and she's off and running.
Force Majeure giving chase, coming into the back of the pack. The call-off is in time. Two points for Storm City on that jam.
Two Town Cider. It's a damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Damn fine cider. All right, coming into jam 11 here. It is Machete Michaud up against Sci-Fi Curious. Only two blockers to get through, but cannot Good defense here by Storm City, and despite the blocker disadvantage, Storm City is lead. It was a big hit by Sybil Disobedience, but Machete able to get through. Wow. And the call off by Storm City before Sci-Fi can get through and collect points. And they're chipping away at it, Cray. It's only 35-23 now.
No, back to what you were saying there, Hamtramck. They do play on a very different floor. Very different floor. Storm City's used to playing on polished concrete for both their practice and their play venues. And then they come over here where they're on this sport track. It's a little bit stickier. And I can really see these girls buckling down and powering into their corners and really taking advantage of that extra grip that they can get.
A lot of skaters will change wheels sometimes just to suit the floor that we're playing on. Fleetwood Smack headed off to the box. And it looks like Storm City is going to get lead jammer here with Trouble Axel. Halitosis about a half a lap behind. So this one's Storms for the taking. And the jam is called off. 3 more points for Storm City, bringing the deficit to 9.
Did you know Killer Burger is only 5 minutes? Burgers, beer, and bottomless fries. Killer Burger.
Right here in Selwood. All right, we've got Lucky Punk against Aquarius. Aquarius working on that front wall. Lucky Punk gets through in the back, but Aquarius gets through. Oh, but a cut track call on Lucky Punk. It's the age of Aquarius. Oh, what the footwork on the outside. That was amazing. Big power jam here for Rose City. Aquarius had one of their bigger jams before, too. On the outside again. Whoa! How about that by Micro Bruiser? Oh, Lucky Punk able to get through on the inside. No points scored, though, for Storm City. 10-0 jam for Aquarius.
808, food so good it straight broke the mouth. 2 locations, Burnside and Woodstock.
808. Genatomic Slow-Low working the defense. And they are braced by Lady Macbeth with a big shoulder check on that outside line. Slow Loris with the penalty, but Force Majeure is your lead jammer. And the call off before any points can be scored. 2-0 jam for Rose City.
Bridgeport Brewing. Check your Bridgeport beer cups. 3 lucky winners will drink Bridgeport on Rose City tonight. See the bar for details.
Already coming into jam 15 with 14 minutes left in the first half. There are going to be a lot of jams in this game, Cray. Not very many 2-minute jams so far.
No, they're really doing a good job, both teams, of running these jams out as long as they can.
Lead jammer for Storm City is Machete Michaud, and with the apex jump, gets through for 4 points. Sci-Fi Curious trying to stay out in front, but cannot. And Machete goes for the call off. 1-0 jam for Storm City. I'm sorry, 5-0 jam.
Watching the pace of that last jam was definitely more of a fun time for Machete to try to get a little bit of that track play in there.
Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company, is a proud sponsor of Rose City Rollers and Wheels of Justice since 2009.
Some position jockeying here. Genatomic, JBJ, and Poundstooth playing defense, but Storm City gets through for lead. Halitosis giving chase.
Treble Axel screaming and calling off the jam before she makes it back to the pack, probably feeling the stress of Rose City breathing down her neck.
Deb Counts Tabor. Let Deb guide you home, a proud realtor sponsor of the Rose City Rollers. Welcome to PDX.com.
Yep, Halitosis was breathing right down her neck there, and so she went for the call off. Some jammer on jammer stuff before the whistle there. And it is Lucky Punk getting lead.
Storm City starting to really figure out Rose City's defense here and really starting to figure out where they can find those holes and paying a little more attention to where they tighten up.
Definitely does feel like a bit of a momentum shift as Lucky Punk goes through, gets all 4 points and calls it off. That margin ever so slim.
The live broadcast of tonight's bout is brought to you by Blaze Streaming Media.
Some last moment personnel changes for Rose City. Blocker advantage to Storm City. Oh, Fleetwood Smack goes down, but Storm City's jammer, like a vegan, is able to jump over and take lead. Force Majeure giving chase about a half a lap behind. Storm City is going to get all the points and the call off.
A very smart move by Like a Vegan. And I tell you, Hamtrak, I can really see it in these girls. I think they're really enjoying this floor, actually, because they're really powering and they're going a lot faster than they do on their home track.
They're settling in nicely to the track, that's for sure.
OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
Yep, and big thanks to our volunteers, our medics today, keeping us all safe. Flourish and blocks with Shell as the forward-facing blockers right now, but it is Machete Michaud getting through for lead jammer. There's only 8 points between the teams here. Jump Cut's going to try and play some preemptive defense, but it doesn't work. And Machete Michaud is through for 5 points.
Rose City struggling to get through Storm City's defense for their initial pass.
And we have a successful star pass for Rose City, and Machete will call it off.
And that is a lead change for the third time tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Storm City up by 2 now.
Grab a Garden Bar wrap at the concessions and check your program for $2 off coupon.
All right, Halitosis on the jam line for Storm City, or for Rose City, rather. And that is Trouble Axel for Storm. Oh, there we go. Lead jammer for Halitosis. And Lady Macbeth recycling Trouble Axel. And now has a face full of JBJ, but is able to escape. Halitosis trying to get around and collect as many points as possible. And gets them all and the call off. It is in time. No points for Storm on that one. And the lead change back to the Wreckers.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how roller derby goes. They could be 100 points ahead or switch leads all game long.
PDX Pipeline is your online source for Portland's music, arts, and events that are happening.
Okay, we have a team timeout called by Rose City now, and we had a scoring change. There was 1 point scored by Storm City, so now it is a 1-point game.
Go ahead and read a couple if you want. Yeah. Two at a time.
We want to say thank you to the following sponsors: the Portland Mercury and the Portland Visual Signs.
Yeah, just cross them out. We're going to do it once for. Yeah, perfect. I didn't see it. There is a raffle.
Hey, this is a good time to mention our raffle. The record, this is over a $570 value, a 90-minute private yoga class, a helmet from 187 Roller Derby, Protalis insoles, Wreckers merch, a unicorn stress ball, 2 sugar threads and leggings, Ainsley's saltwater taffy, a 5-stride t-shirt, candles, 4 handmade greeting cards, mason jars, 2 hours of coaching with stab mittens, a Rockets jammer, and then all kinds of gift cards. So buy your raffle tickets now. We'll give that away at halftime. And Aquarius looking to punch through for the Wreckers and preserve that Wrecker lead. Meanwhile, Lucky Punk trying to get through that Rose back wall that is holding. Aquarius recycled all the way back to the apex, looking for room on the inside, and gets it.
Well, looks like a star pass to Sunny Demolition after being recycled all the way back.
And it's a track cut for Sunny Demolition. So it's a power jam for Rose City.
Whatever they did in that timeout sure worked.
Oh, and Aquarius is through for 5. Now watch the strategy here. Goes for the outside sweep, and Aquarius has one to beat, but cannot get through. Great defense there by Storm. Big hits, and Aquarius goes down in turn 2. Rose City back to defense now. Finds room on the inside, Sunny Demolition, and now out on initial. And Aquarius is going to go ahead and call it off after picking up all 5 points again, so 61-50.
The friendly people at Eco Construction love custom home building, remodels, and roller derby.
Let's go through some of those gift cards in the raffle basket. $50 Moxie and Mass Workwear, $25 to Sock Dreams, $20 to Pips Donuts, $25 to Starbucks, $25 Amazon gift card, and $25 Uber gift card. Buy your raffle tickets now.
Like a vegan doing a knee slide through the pack there. Blazing off.
Slow Loris is calling for defense from the Wreckers now. As Like a Vegan coming back through. Fleetwood Smack face to face. But Like a Vegan gets through and calls it off. That's 4 points, closing that gap to within 10 again with just under 6 minutes left in the first half.
Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
I'll meet you at the Gap. All right. This is a very, very close game. 5 minutes left. It is Machete Michaud, who has been one of their most successful jammers, getting lead again, Cray. Sci-Fi Curious not far behind, though, about 30 feet. So we'll see what strategies they do.
Very smart move by Machete Mashad. Get through the pack, get those points on the board, and go.
And very smart on the point of the defense as well, because the defense stayed back to keep Rose City from moving forward, and then at the last second ran up and allowed Machete to get all the points and call it off. So great team effort there on that jam from Storm City, as the margin is now down to 4. Force Majeure jamming for Rose City up against Darkness. And Force Majeure is out first.
Darkness out for her first jam tonight, ping-ponging off of everybody in the pack.
Force Majeure getting all the points and getting the call off for a 4-0 jam for Rose City with just under 4 minutes.
Selwood Pet Supply, quality nutrition and supplies for your pets.
Roller derby people love pets, so Selwood Pet Supply, check them out. Pivot line start here, Cray, as time is ticking down here in the first half.
Storm City doing a pretty good job, make sure they end this half off on a good note.
Aquarius is lead jammer, but is passed up by Treble Axel and forces the call off. Pretty smart play by Treble Axel to force that call off there before any more damage could be done.
Rose City Rollers' newest supporter is Bud Light. Grab one at the bar.
Storm City electing for a back wall this time, and Rose City will snuggle them in. Offense courtesy of Poundstooth, now having to play D. One of the very few sports where your offense and defense at the same time. Halitosis called off on a back block penalty. Power jam for Storm. This is what they need, Cray.
This is definitely what they need. As long as Lucky Punk can make her way through the pack like she just did, this gives them that opportunity that they need to try to make up some of those 8 points that they need before the half, and at least come out on a tie, if not take it over.
Poundstooth trying to shield their wall from the offense, but the sweep happens, and Lady Macbeth with a nice hit out and recycle on Lucky Punk, minimizing some of the damage and eating time off of the penalty on the Rose City Jammer. And Halitosis able to get through, so now about 40 feet separating the Jammers as they come into the pack. And the call off happens. It is an 8-1 jam. It's a 1-point game with 1.5 minutes left.
Both teams.
Tonkin.com, the largest selection of new and used autos from the Pacific Northwest, is only a click away. Tonkin.com.
Both teams looking to finish as strong as possible in this first half. Very eager to see what's going to happen in the second starting.
Like a Vegan doing some work on that back wall. Flourish and blocks back in there with Sybil Disobedience, but Storm City gets through. I don't know, Craig, could we have a lead change here?
I think it's very possible here, Hamtramck.
Oh, fancy footwork from Like a Vegan. And the call off, we'll have to see how many points from each team. 3 points for Storm, that is a lead change, 69-67.
30 seconds left to go, that clock is running. They need to get this jam going, and Rose City needs to get some points on the board and run that clock down with the points.
All right, so this most likely the last jam of the first half. Stay tuned, we'll have our raffle giveaway and halftime entertainment. So stand by for that.
Force Majeure being held back tightly by Storm City's defense and then put to the ground so Machete Mashad can break through.
Force Majeure able to stay on her feet and around. Half a lap behind, though. Storm's going to try and collect. Oh, not able to stay in bounds. Okay, some confusion there. I thought that was going to be a cut call, but we're going to let the officials talk about this. Hang on just a second for halftime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, less than 30 seconds away.
All right, fans, here it is. Second half. It's time to get loud. It's going to be Halitosis up against Trouble Axel. To get us started off, the penalty box is clear. So let's see what happens. Storm City with a 4-point advantage. And let's see what this 30 minutes brings. Halitosis only 2 to get through, and Poundstooth with some offense. Lead jammer for Halitosis.
Trouble Axel making her way through the pack. Storming around that first turn.
Halitosis getting recycled out of bounds. And a big hit by Trouble Axel on Civil Disobedience. Sybil getting right back into the action, though, and Shell is able to recycle Trouble Axel. Halitosis through for 4 points, but Storm with 4 of their own. Oh, big hit by Dirty and Rotten on Halitosis. And this is going to be an 8-8 jam, so Storm will hold their lead.
Oaks Amusement Park, home of the Rose City Rollers, and the place to purchase your derby gear.
Storm City is going to be looking to play as hard as they possibly can to make sure that they keep that lead through this second half. We are going to have Lucky Punk going up against.
That is Aquarius. Lucky Punk right on Sybil Disobedience, and Sybil hanging on tight with jump cut and flourish and blocks. And Aquarius is through for lead jammer.
Lucky Punk storming around the track, looking to come around and get that initial pass done and put some points on the board, but Aquarius calls it off before she makes it back.
Hey, y'all, check out that score. It's a tie game.
Thank you to the phone.
And it's going to be an official timeout. What kind of timeout is that, Phoebe?
It's a taco timeout. Thanks to Porque No.
Porque, yes.
Now you can go back to your other one that you were going to do. Okay.
Bridgeport Brewing. Check out your Bridgeport beer cups. 3 lucky winners will drink a Bridgeport on Rose City Rollers tonight. See the bar for details.
Let me hear noise from both teams' fans. Who's going to walk out of this tie?
I think it's going to be Rose, but that's just me. I might be biased there, Cray. Who do you think?
I think I have to have a little bit of a biased opinion there, too. I think Storm City's going to walk away with it.
All right, no fighting up in the announcer's booth. Force Majeure against Trinity. Force Majeure pushing a 4-wall up without much trouble. Gonna get them out of play here really quick. They're out of play. Force Majeure, your lead jammer.
Trinity sent to the penalty box.
Offense trying to work on that sweep, but Force Majeure doing just fine on their own on the inside line, and 5 big points. Big hit by Force Majeure coming in on Zunatic.
Trinity coming out of the penalty box, slamming right into the back of Rose City's defense, trying to make a hop around, running into another player.
Trinity able to finally get out on the initial pass. Force Majeure is going to try and collect all the points. Beautiful hit out by Poundstooth. That 3-wall right there of Slow Loris, Jody Bonjodi, and Poundstooth not giving Trinity an easy time of this at all.
Force Majeure putting a good hurting on Storm City at this point in time and just rubbing some salt into the wound.
Tequila and Sunny Demolition doing work, recycling Force Majeure to the outside. And that jam ends with a 14-3 advantage for Rose City. That's twice I've seen Rose go long, so maybe that's their new strategy.
OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
Sci-Fi Curious doing work on Storm's wall, and it is just bowling pins down there.
Like a vegan, just mowing the entire...
Nope, power jam for Rose City. Too much mowing, I think, Cray.
It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
Sci-Fi Curious is your lead jammer. Great. Sci-Fi Curious wants to hit the wall first. Big hit by Cream Pie. And will get a penalty for their efforts. Meanwhile, wow, another big hit. The Storm City defense, mainly Darkness, has been dropping shoulder techs.
Like a vegan heading back to the penalty box for a back block.
High block on Darkness, so that will get, wow. Micro Bruiser just laying a beat down, Cray.
Dirty Ann, boy, by the time we're done with this, we're going to have the entire Storm City's team in the box.
Already a 15-0 jam here for Sci-Fi Curious. Oh, like a vegan, able to punch their way right through Rose Malling.
Well, she comes screaming out of that penalty box.
Big time. So once again, Rose going long here. And this is going to be a 19-3 jam in favor of Rose City, starting to open up that score now.
Tonkin.com, the largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest, is only a click away at Tonkin.com.
Yeehaw. Machete Michaud, one of their best jammers, is out for lead, Cray. Machete's having a great game.
Machete is having an awesome day today, but any jammer can have a good day, but what Storm City's going to have to do is re-strategize and try to get some of that lead gone. They just might have that chance with Machete Michaud on this jam.
Zunatic getting a penalty.
Storm City doing an awesome job at holding Rose City at bay.
Whistles everywhere. Wow, the penalty box crew, I think, is about to have their hands full. There were whistles everywhere.
Two-town cider, damn fine cider made here in the Pacific Northwest.
What kind of cider?
Two-town cider.
Damn fine cider.
Scotty did that last night too. It's okay.
Okay, and now we have a team timeout called by Storm. I was waiting for the jam timer to point to which way. Thanks, Tina. So once again, one of those timeouts being called to try and refocus as Rose City starting to open this one up a little bit.
Well, they've got to re-strategize and figure out where Rose City just went with their strategy, because Rose City actually came out working a little bit different. So now Storm City's got to catch up to that and reconfigure.
All right, Phoebe, why don't you shout out another couple of our awesome sponsors?
We want to say thank you to the following sponsors of Laurelhurst Theater and Pub, as well as Fran's Bakery.
Ooh, Fran's Bakery. We did the bread toss last night, and that's always a fan favorite. There was bread flying all around here. All right, now team timeout is over, ready to get back to action. That is Aquarius jamming for Rose City up against Lucky Punk. How lucky can a punk be if a punk could get lucky?
I've seen a punk get lucky quite a few times.
Woo, jump cut. Oh, and it's going to be a power jam for Rose City, a back block called. And now Aquarius only with 2 blockers to contend with. But right now they're doing a great job, and she's through.
Darkness in the backfield, trying to get somewhere past Rose City's defense to do some damage, but not able to, and Aquarius able to just walk right past them all.
Aquarius through, almost untouched. Oh, what the footwork again on the outside line. Both jammers now back out on the track. Lucky Punk able to get out on the initial pass and stop some of the bleeding. And Aquarius deciding to call that one off. That is a big jam for Rose City. That's 12-0, 127-94 with just over 20 minutes left.
Voodoo Donuts, the magic is in the hole. A proud sponsor of Rose City Rollers and the Wheels of Justice.
The magic is in the hole. Okay, Rose City is going to be short a blocker unless they can get out in the next 2 seconds. And just in time, Shell put a welt on, gets out there, and Slow Loris with the big recycle on the inside line. Slow Loris with Poundstooth and Fleetwood Smack. Oh, Slow Loris with another good hit. Now Shell with a big hit, and Trouble Axel is having nothing but trouble. Force Majeure with 5 big points. Definite momentum shift now in favor of Rose City. Oh, wow, Force Majeure got dropped by Cream Pie. Slow Loris continuing to give fits to Trouble Axel.
Cream Pie and Tequila doing a great job at holding Force Majeure back. Like a vegan interface now.
Force Majeure having a hard time now with Like a Vegan. Like a Vegan having to let go. Force Majeure escaping with 5 more points.
Well, I don't know what Rose City did in both those, in halftime and their timeout, but wow, it worked.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the largest gap we've seen in the score, but as you know, Cray, it only takes 1 or 2 power jams to completely flip that on its head.
Oh, yeah.
Trouble Axel still having a difficult time with this wall. And it looks like we have a successful star pass to Sunny Demolition. Oh, but not before a cut track call on Sunny Demolition. So it will be a power start for your Rose City Wreckers.
We want to say thank you to the following sponsors of Shebop and Kay's Bar.
Storm City's going to have to really knuckle down and hold Rose City at bay.
Oh, big hit on Sci-Fi Curious, but Sci-Fi Curious able to get lead jammer. Multiplayer block call on Rose City. Sci-Fi Curious now getting a penalty. Power jam for Storm City.
Oh, they really need that right now.
Sunny Demolition doing some skate maintenance between laps. Getting some help from her own blockers is Sunny Demolition, now doing some wrist guard maintenance. All kinds of equipment maintenance here, Cray.
All kinds of it. By the time we're done with this jam, she might have it all tidied up.
Right? Oh. Civil disobedience pretty close to a clockwise call a couple of times, but able to let it go. And 5 more points by Sunny Demolition. Both jammers now entering the pack. Oh, and Sci-Fi Curious on the inside. Right now, Sci-Fi Curious is just a face full of gizmo munchies. Not having any luck with Zunatic and Gizmo as it sits right now. Now getting in there is Johnny Crash. And that is how the jam will end naturally. That is a good jam right there. 12-11 in favor of Storm City.
WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
Because we all want to be more awesome. Halitosis jamming against Like a Vegan. 15 minutes left in this game. Multiplayer block call on Genatomic. And Like a Vegan is a lead jammer. Woo! Coming through hard with the call off was Like a Vegan. 3-0 jam in favor of Storm City.
Deb Counts Tabor. Let Deb guide you home. Proud realtor sponsor of the Rose City Rollers. Welcome to PDX.com.
And Aquarius is through for lead jammer. And it's going to be a power jam for Rose City. So what we saw is a 4-point advantage for Storm at halftime. Halfway through, Cray, it's just turned into a...
that Storm City wall. And that jam ends naturally with 17 points for Rose and 10 for Storm.
We want to say thank you to My Optic Optometry and New Deal Distillery for being sponsors.
All right, so say that one 3 times fast, baby.
My Optic Optometry, My Optic Optometry, and My Optic Optometry.
All right, pretty good. There you go. Listen to that. And this is an official timeout. What is it, Phoebe?
It's taco timeout. Thank you, Porcano.
Okay, yes. So, Phoebe, your thoughts on the game so far? It's a pretty good one we're seeing here.
This is an extremely fun game to watch.
So they have been battling back and forth. It was pretty close the whole first half. And just in the last 10 minutes or so, Rose has broken it up a little bit. So we're going to see how Storm can gather this back together. Their coaches both have a lot of experience in roller derby, and I'm pretty sure they're going to pull this together for Storm to get that back focused right. Both their coaches over there on Storm City are very knowledgeable and have some really good plays with these women. So really, it's going to come down to which place they need to go with for which jam and who's out on the track. But coaching is not as easy as it looks. Also, one of our skating officials, but right now the jammer star, Lucky Punk is your lead jammer. So they're counting on Stormy's defense to hold back force majeure here. But Lucky Pump getting all the points and the call.
We want to say thank you to Red Bull and Bike Pump for being sponsors.
Red Bull, it gives you wings. This is what Storm needs right now. They need to maximize their points. Looks like they're going to try to get their blocker out of the box before the call-out. Beautiful hit. Oh, and it's a cut call on Sci-Fi Curious. And it's going to be a power jam for Storm City. Like a vegan, she's skate hungry. She wants those points, wants to get back up that Oreo race, close that gap and give him a chance to go back on top. If I was the medium, I'd probably be hungry too. Valid point. Nice hit on the outside. Rose ball on the last line of defense. And like the medium gets through. Doing what about Poundspeed right now, but Poundspeed can flourish and blocks. Have this one on lockdown. Being raced by Rose Molly. Now jump cut involved as well. Poundspeed not letting anything happen. The Rose City defense has been phenomenal on this jam. And Simon Cruz is back around with 41 points. And that's a call off. That's a big jam for Storm City, 19-4. Where are those Storm City fans? Darkest and Greenwald for Storm City. Gonna take some serious work to hold on to that. as Dirty and Rock just swept the whole wall and let the Chevy get through. And another good jam for Storm, 4-2, and we're down to a 30-point difference now.
Thank you to the following sponsors, Grandma Credit Union and Casa.
Storm Nicklin diving their way back from an over 50-point deficit. And sometimes that's the way you have to play this game. Because pennies equal nickels, nickels build up into dollars, and that's what we need. Giving us an awful lot of lead jams on that great game. And Lucky Puck is able to finally get through the pack. Rose is doing some clock management right now. And Curry is able to stay inbounds. Oh, I don't know if that call-off was in time. Allowed a 1 point, still 4-1 jam in favor of Rose. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left. Still plenty of time for Storm to come back.
Thanks to the following sponsors, Betsy and Iron Jewelry and Pro Rise Insole.
All right. Nice job, BD. All right, here we go, Craig. In the last 6 minutes of this game, Storm's got some work to do, but it's definitely a good possibility. Storm City's done a really good job. They put some of the most brutal blockers out there. So far, they're doing a great job of holding forth for sure. Close for sure. That will be a music minute. Once again, thank you all of our fans for coming out today. You're seeing a great game. We're going to see what the last 5 minutes has. Reactive fire. And it's going to be a power jump for Storm City. Let's see what she does. Storm City's got to rack up some serious points on this champ. Rose is not quite ready for what they can have planned with. All right, Rose City's defense eat up time after this penalty goal. Some confusion about what's going on here. I think Mike and Megan wasn't sure if there was a call, a penalty call, or what, but look at Rose City able to hold back almost the entire power jam. And that's what it takes to win games. Side-by-3 is out on the initial. Will side-by-3 get any points? We'll see in just a second. 2 for Storm there. May have been 1 for Rose. Cameron talking over with the outside back official. And there will be 2 points. That's 7-2 Jam. And we have another official timeout.
It's a taco timeout, ladies and gentlemen, brought to us by Cork.
Of course. Well, 409 and 30 points. I'm sorry, 28 points between the teams. Still, I've seen this happen time and time again. All it takes is a power jam and you're right back in it. Both teams really just need to play smart both ways. You need Rose City to play smart on their defense and offense to keep that lead, but you also need Storm City to play even smarter to get that lead back from them and take the game. Slow Lawrence providing us with some official timeout antics. Okay, so this is a power start for the Wreckers. Let's see what their strategy is. Inside sweep. Alitosis trying to get through. Sweep is not materialized, and Alitosis how will be working against that wall. And try it again. Alitosis getting thrown to the outside. Just have to get through that. Great last effort, but not enough. Both jammers back on the track. Alitosis looking for points now. And it's a German cool moment as the bodies have hit the floor. Leading smack off to the box on a low call. Robert Dugan with a forearm. Power jam for Rose City, and that's just going to allow them to try and put the last nail in this coffin. Now it's up to Storm City to get to defer whether there's going to be baby steps for John Reeves. Rose City's going to take this one long and use up as much clock as possible. Good strategy. And hit by Slow Lawrence there. Fleetwood smack back on the track. Alitosis still kicking. Getting forward. With 2.5 minutes left in the game, Rose City has cracked 2 more points. Just like that, it's a 15-0 jam for Rose City and Texas. That jam might be the dagger right there, Craig, with 2 minutes left. That's going to be tough to make up. You know what puts all the nails in the coffin? Well, it's not over yet, as they say. 1:47 left. Curious, probably the most successful jammer for Rose City today. Big hit outside line by Darkness. Curious trying to get so the game is in Curious's hands. They put it on the shot, they can call it off and get another one. It's totally up to Aquarius. Aquarius wants the call off instead, so there will be at least one more jam. Pivot line start this time. Force the share, Dominic Strong for the Wreckers. Wow. Storm, do you guys have your MVP chosen? One more second there. Carefully deciding. There's so many great skaters for Rose today. It's taking an extra moment to decide. Okay, Sybil, come on over. Tell me. Oh, for the picture. No, that's fine. Okay. Okay, we're going to finish the graphic. The MVP barometer for Storm. Darkness!
pictures with the MVPs. Do you want an MVP picture or no?